What's going on, Magpie Channel? I am Louis from 100% Chelsea, and ahead of the game this weekend, I've been asked to give you a lowdown of what is happening at Chelsea Football Club so far this season. Now, obviously, we're only a couple of games in. We can't really establish what's going on, but we can talk a little bit about the transfer market as well. Now, obviously, I understand that you guys haven't exactly had the best transfer window. I think ours has been okay, but that's only because we did our business towards the end. To begin with, obviously we had the massive mess that was Conte leaving the club and obviously Sarri joining. It basically took us like a lifetime to get done because, you know, Marino Gravasky, who does the business, isn't exactly that great. But yeah, look, we got the business done in the end. Obviously, Sarri arrived from Napoli and then brought Jorginho with him. A fantastic central midfielder who's kind of helping implement Sarri's system. Obviously, he was with him at Napoli, and he just saw the whole thing flourish and develop. Already, we're seeing him as a very key player to our system. You know, he's directing the traffic and helping move us around the pitch as that deep line playmaker, and it's really been good to see. You know, against Arsenal, I thought he controlled the tempo very well. He found space in places where you wouldn't really find space and found some great passes. The same against Huddersfield. He was directing our fullbacks and telling them where to go. And we've gone from a very defensive system to what seems to be a very open and expansive style. And also, you guys beat us 3-0 at the end of the season at your place. And for us, we haven't won at your place since December 2011 in the league. You lot seem to turn into Barcelona when you play us. But I mean, obviously, you know, I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm unfortunately not going. I normally go to all the games, but I've had some personal stuff, which means I can't go. But, you know, Lewis will be there. He's one of the regulars on the channel. But, yeah, you know, I enjoy Newcastle. The one thing I said in my fan cam towards the back end of last season with you guys was that it is a fantastic city, and there's no doubt about it. That's the first time I'd ever been, and to be honest, I mean, obviously I went out. That's a standard. That's a given. You can't not go out in Newcastle. But, you know, I went and found, you know, some fantastic people, and you lot as fans are absolutely amazing. So I'm genuinely gutted I can't be there. But yeah, I mean, back to Chelsea. You know, we're talking about Sarri now. He's known for holding a pack of cigarettes on the sideline. He did that in the Arsenal game because he was very nervous, and I don't blame him because we let go of a 2-goal lead. And that's probably one big thing in terms of weakness that I've seen. Like I'm saying, you guys like to play like Barcelona. You will find those spaces. And I'm so certain of that I go into this game not very confident. I go into most games not very confident. I mean, I would expect us to win this weekend. However, at the same time, you know, we have a weakness in our back four. Marcus Alonso, I feel, despite scoring the great goal, going forward and offensively, he is superb. As a wing-back in the 5 at the back system we used to use, great. But that's because he had a third man covering him. We don't have that anymore. We're playing with a 2-man defence, David Luiz and Rudiger. David Luiz is seeming to be like his old self before he left for PSG. He had a weird temperament. Rudiger is amazing, just an absolute beast. You know, he wins everything. He's so mobile, he's so strong. But that left-hand side with Luiz and Alonso, you know, you will expose that side. If you get a bit of pace down there, Matt Ritchie, whoever it is, you know, we will get caught out. You know, it's a case of if you do that, get in and put a cross in, which is what Arsenal kept doing towards the back end. Obviously, they got to the byline 5 or 6 times, put the ball across the face, and they just didn't punish us. If you do that and you punish us, then, you know, it's a completely different ball game. We could be seeing, you know, you scoring a lot of goals. Because even though Jorginho is great going forward, what I found and what I personally saw is if you're a defensive midfielder, you know, he wasn't covering that 18-yard box when we had our back four along the 6-yard line. All in as well, obviously we've got Kante, who's now been moved further forward, being turned more into a box-to-box player. He's got legs. I mean, everyone knows that. Kante did the Tour de France after the World Cup. It's just, you know, it's pretty simple. He was there. He didn't really, but, you know, there was a running meme and a joke. But, look, I think it's going to be interesting. Obviously, that third midfield position, we brought in Mateo Kovacic. All I'm going to say is be very, very aware of this guy. Look, him alongside Eden Hazard, there's almost to be a sense of telepathy. It was absolutely amazing to see. You know, against Arsenal, they completely changed the game. They made us look a lot more threatening offensively. The football we're playing is absolutely brilliant at the minute, and we're getting an end product. That's the amazing thing. And I think Kovacic and Eden Hazard, if Kovacic starts, that is going to be our main danger point. Those two guys there, they will tear you apart. It's absolutely insane. I basically, so when I say they will, it's a case of I'm saying watch out because they could do it. But if they do it, they will do it. It's one of those, you know, it's 100% guaranteed to happen if you give them the space. Obviously down the right hand side, we've seen Pedro come back in when it used to be Willian. Willian obviously was set to go to Barcelona, or it looked like it, or Man United, or leave this summer. Obviously Conte left, so he stayed. But we're using Pedro more frequently down there, it looks like to me, because he has obviously has an understanding of a possession-based system, obviously playing under Guardiola, and he's been great to begin with. He scored last week as well, looking to be on form again. And obviously Alvaro Morata, I mean, I'm one person who will say, look, he scored last week, that's great. However, I wouldn't be too worried about him. If he scores again this week, then, you know, we can start looking at something different and seeing how he develops and pushes into the side. But, look, I don't want to say anything about him because I'm not sure how that's going to develop. But yeah, I mean, my starting 11 to face you guys would probably be Kepa in goal, our new goalkeeper as well. He's supposed to be like the best young goalkeeper on the planet. He better be, because we paid £71 million for him. But, you know, we'll glaze over that. Right back, we'll see Azpilicueta, my opinion, best defender in the world. Statistically as well, since 2014, he's played 12,500 minutes and has only conceded one shot. One shot. That's it. That's all that's come down his side. He's getting used to playing right back again. Obviously, that's what we signed him as originally from Marseille in 2012 after winning the Champions League. He played there under Benitez briefly. It was either him and then moved. Ivanovic was obviously moved into centre half, and then he moved over straight to left back and over Ashley Cole's place in the 2014 season. So, you know, it's a case of, you know, we have a very, very strong setup at the back. You've got some great defensive players on that right hand side again, but that left hand side is something to worry about. But like I said, Kepa in goal. You'll see Azpilicueta play down that right hand side. Probably Rudiger and David Luiz as the two centre halves, with Marcos Alonso playing on the left hand side. You'll see a three in midfield with one deep line playmaker and two players further forward. You'll probably see Jorginho, Kovacic, and Kante as a midfield three. And then as a front three, Hazard obviously hasn't played full minutes yet. He hasn't played a full game because he came back from Belgium very late. But for me, that's not an excuse, because you're seeing French players start all the time now, and obviously English players and Croatian players. So I'm going to go with Hazard on the left-hand side, Pedro on the right, or maybe Willian. That position's up for debate. But you will be seeing Alvaro Morata probably starting at the point of our attack. But yeah, look, it's going to be a great game. I think Newcastle, like I've already said, not just the club, the city, the people, you lot are absolutely amazing. And, you know, I wish you the best of luck this season. Obviously, this week I want to win, but, you know, good luck in the game. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Make sure you head across to 100% Chelsea to see your preview as well. Obviously, talking about what's going on in terms of what he called Lonechester, what Matt called Lonecastle United, not Lonechester. That's a completely different place. But yeah, listen, guys, make sure you subscribe to the Magpies channel. There'll be a link down in the description. Obviously, hit that big red button down below. Hit notification bell so you know when the videos are uploaded. And yeah, take care. Enjoy the game at the weekend. And best of luck for the season.